Welcome to another episode. The first game of the first round of the NBA playoffs done. Man, from what I'm seeing, a lot of teams might get swept. A lot of teams might get swept in the first round, especially from those yesterday's Sunday matchups. A lot of teams might get swept. Man, I feel bad for the Grizzlies. Oh my God, the Grizzlies didn't even stand a chance. We're gonna get into that though. I think we're gonna start off with my lake show though. We're gonna start off with my lake show. Man, I couldn't sleep after that game, man. I could not sleep. I was tossing and turning. How could my Lakers get beat that bad? And you know what I'm saying? Like everyone kept talking about, the Lakers is gonna be an easy matchup against Timberwolves. And I've been saying this for the longest, like, bro, like, no, like I've seen some games the Timberwolves played and wow, like I saw some flashes of and that's what happened on Saturday when the Lakers played them. It was everyone hitting down threes. My grandma could have gone in there and knocked down some threes as well, but man, it was awful. And the Lakers, they didn't bring that intensity to the game though. Like Vando, I thought Vando and Ant-Man had beef. I didn't see that. Austin Reeves could have shoot the ball for man. But the only reason I'm not panicking when it comes to the Lakers, the only reason why I'm not panicking, I'm not saying okay, the Lakers might get bounced, even though it's highly possible. Don't get me wrong. But the only reason why I still have faith in the Lakers because they got Luca and they got LeBron. You know what I'm saying? You know LeBron and Luca, you know what they're gonna give to you during the playoffs. They all like their lights get brighter during the playoffs. And one other good thing that came out of that game was what Ant-Man did to Luca. One thing about Luca is a very, very revengeful motherfucker. And Ant-Man gonna poke the bear and Luca. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, we gonna see game two though. And game two is gonna let me know where the Lakers stand. If the Lakers come out and we beat them by like 20 or like 30, then I'm like, all right, we back on track. But if the Lakers come out and struggle to beat them, let's say we beat them by like two, and it's just like a close game, the whole game, you know what I'm saying? And we just beat them by like 1 or 2 points or 5 points, then I'm scared because ain't no way you take this much of a beat down and come back and still struggle to beat them. Yikes. So we gonna see though. We gonna see. We gonna but man, that first game, man, that first game hurt us. But we gonna see. Uh, another game, man, that Detroit Knicks game, man. Like I feel bad for Detroit because you could just see like Detroit had that game in control until their youth got a hold of them. You could just tell the youth had a lot to do with that loss, that first game loss to the Knicks. Because Detroit got a squad. Like I've been saying, I got Detroit as the third best team in the East. But from what I saw, man, the youth came and played a role. Kate Cunningham, as much as a player, star player he is, man, he got to show up in the postseason, man. I understand they were blitzing him and whatnot, threw a lot of defense at him, but man, they always gonna do that to a star player. This is when superstars are born. Right now, he's a star. He comes out, show out, leads his team to beat the Knicks in this first round because they got the squad to do that. Though they do got the squad. If he could lead his team to that, now he starts elevating himself into a star player. You know what I'm saying? And he starts getting that superstar. He starts elevating himself into a superstar. He starts getting that superstar treatment. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna see though. I still got faith in the Pistons. You know what? I still got faith in my Lakers. I still got faith in the Pistons. I still got faith in Orlando. You know what I'm saying? Even though they lost in, you know what I'm saying? And the same thing with Orlando too. The youth, you know what I'm saying? You could just see it. Like they had the game under control second quarter, beginning third quarter, the youth showed up. Like you could just see it, like you could see Boston, they were just calm. And their star players in Boston didn't really even do much. But you could just see they were calm. Drew Holiday knocking down big threes. what's his name? Derek White, man. That dude Derek White is just a fucking massive piece for the Celtics. Cause you call Derek White's number, he gonna answer. You, hey, Derek White, we need you to say less. He gonna answer. You know what I'm saying? So Derek White is so instrumental to the Boston Celtics. He hit some big threes against Orlando as well. And you know what I'm saying? But I do believe Orlando could push this series to six. I don't think they're gonna win the series, you know what I'm saying? But I think they have potential to push it to six. The same thing, but I think Orlando could push it to six. The Pistons, I believe the Pistons could actually take this series though. I think the Pistons could take this series. The Bucks Pacers was just too much for the Bucks. They were just too much for the Bucks. Um, Only Giannis was doing the scoring. No one came along to do the scoring with Giannis. And you know what I'm saying? The only way this is not a sweep for the Bucks in the first round is if Damian Lillard comes back and gives them a little bit of Damian Lillard. You know what I'm saying? And I know he's not gonna be 100% because of his conditioning. Because I heard during the blood clot he couldn't really walk out. Like he couldn't walk out and none of that. So I know his conditioning is not gonna be at peak. But just the fact that Damian Lillard is in the game, that gives him a better chance. And if Damian Lillard comes back game two, you know what I'm saying? And I think game two is when on Tuesday. If Damian Lillard comes back game two, gives them Damian Lillard, just a little bit of Damian Lillard. I got this series going to six. And if Damian Lillard show up, because you see him, Tyrese Halliburton going back and forth, him and Pacers going back and forth. Can that be what propels the Bucks to actually win this series? You never know. Because Damian Lillard, we we know what Damian Lillard gonna give you in the postseason. Huh. We know what. So yeah, we gonna see the Pacers was just too much for the Bucks. They were just too much. Man, they were running down, they were running the Bucks up and down that court. Fast break, dunking, hitting threes. Miles Turner turned into Steph Curry. Yeah, that was just too much. And but we gonna see though. We gonna see what Damian Lillard adds to the Bucks when he comes back. Hopefully he can come back in game two because they're anticipating him come back game two or game three. Hopefully he can come back game two because the sooner he's back, the better. And for the Clippers game and the Nuggets game, man, do you know what that game made me feel like? Made me remember? It made me remember the Nuggets, the Nuggets and the Lakers series because it's like the Lakers going like for that Nuggets Lakers series. If you guys remember, Lakers gonna have it under control for like the first three quarters, and then fourth quarter it's over with. They Nuggets go on a crazy ass run and end up winning the game. The same thing happened, man. Nuggets they always gonna keep the game close, and towards the ending of the game, Jamal Murray and Jokic become unstoppable. The last game it was Westbrook. Westbrook showed up big time when it mattered. He showed up big time. You could literally say he won that game for them. You could literally say he won that game for them. But I had the Clippers beating the Nuggets, but the feeling I got from that first game was this might be like that Lakers series where the Clippers gonna play good the first three quarters, and then fourth quarter, the Nuggets gonna keep it close enough, and then during the fourth quarter they just show out Jamal Murray, and then boys just decide to play crazy, and then just end up end up winning the game. I hope not. I hope the Clippers could win because and man, the biggest if factor for that was if James Harden was gonna show up. It's like towards the ending of the game, it was only James Harden that showed up. Kawhi Leonard was nowhere to be found. The rest of the crew was nowhere to be found, and James Harden was the only one who showed up. Let's see how game two turns out, though. Let's see how game two turns out. Um, I still do got the Clippers though. I still do got the Clippers to win this series, but at this point, I think it might go 6 or 7. At this point, what I'm saying from Denver, because players stepped up. Players stepped up, especially Westbrook stepped up in that game. And Yeah. But the game that I'm almost certainly guaranteed is gonna be a sweep is that Grizzlies Thunders game. Oh my God. Shea didn't even have a good game. And they put the beating on them boys. Oh my God. I'm like, what the fuck? Zach Edey was lost. Man, like, and I understand he's a rookie. I understand, but bro, you are too big to be playing that soft. Bro, like Zach Edey is supposed to be dominating. He played too soft for my liking, man. He played too soft for my liking. But oh my God, Oklahoma, oh, this game might end in four. This game, this Oklahoma series might end in four, and my Lakers need to take note of that because Oklahoma gonna be resting. Oklahoma gonna be Lakers. Come on, you guys gotta tighten up with Lakers, man, because Oklahoma gonna be resting. Oklahoma looks like they're gonna be resting a lot in this playoffs, man. And a well-rested team is better than a team who's been battling through the trenches all through the postseason, man. Come on, Lakers, guys gotta tighten it up, man. Gotta tighten up. Golly. But yeah, I think that game, the OKC Grizzlies game, I think that ends in four. The Grizzlies didn't even give me anything to even make me believe that they had a fighting chance. Not at all. It was an avalanche of beating that they got yesterday from OKC. But man, I just feel bad for Ja, man, because the Grizzlies got to work on themselves this offseason. Surround like Luke Kennard. I don't even know, man. Where was Luke Kennard? Luke Kennard was used to be a badass 3-point shooter. Nowhere to be found. Golly. But yeah, um, I think that Grizzlies Thunders might be a sweep. I'm like a 90% sure that's gonna be a sweep. The Hits Cavaliers, I'm suspecting that to be a sweep as well. I don't think the Hits has a fighting chance against the Cavs. Um, or like I said, I think Orlando could push that series if they could just figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Because they got enough from this first game. They had enough. It's just during some points in the game they let the youth take control, and then when the youth took control, they started turning the ball over. You know what I'm saying? Giving Boston chances. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. But if they get that together, yeah, I think they. I don't believe they're gonna win the series, but I think they could push it to six. You know what I'm saying? Make the series interesting. Uh, Golden State Rockets. The same thing with the Rockets. Like only Sengun came to play. Fred Van Vliet nowhere to be found. Green nowhere to be found. Like you cannot let Golden State build a big lead. If Golden State start whooping your ass 20 points in the playoffs, the likelihood of you winning that game is zero. Because Golden State is not going to let up on that lead, especially in the playoffs, especially with Steph Curry. They start hitting you with that 9-9, 9-9, 9-9, 9-9. It's over with. Steph Curry was unbelievable yesterday. Played a masterful game. So, like, I do believe the Rockets with Ime Udoka as the coach. I do believe they can still win this series. I believe that. But the players have to come out. Like they play good defense. Don't get me wrong. Until this Warriors started lighting their ass up, but they played good defense. You know what I'm saying? But they couldn't just score. They couldn't match the buckets of the Warriors because like. And then at some point they were getting crazy offensive rebounds, but they couldn't cash on them offensive rebounds. You know what I'm saying? So the Rockets, they star players, they scorers need to come and score. Um, they were like Thompson. There was some easy buckets he missed. Green needs to come and score. Fred Van Vliet, you've been here before. You know what I'm saying? You've been here before. You know what it's like. You actually beat the Golden State Warriors to win your first ring. Bro, galvanize the troop. Lead by example. Score. You know what I'm saying? Skull, man. But yeah, we gonna see though. We gonna see today's game, the game two, the Pistons and Knicks. the Clippers and the Nuggets. Uh, Man, we gonna see how the Pistons come out today, man. We gonna see can Cade Cunningham rise to the occasion. I think that's the biggest if factor as of right now. Can Cade Cunningham come out, rise to the occasion, and put his team on his back? You know, because they got shooters. If Cade Cunningham stats of the game, he gets it going, the shooter's gonna be open. Beasley gonna be taking easier shot. You know what I'm saying? And then boys gonna be having easier shot, rolling to the basket easily. So the E factor is Cade Cunningham. Can he rise to the occasion in this playoffs? Put the team on his back. And the Clippers, they need a bounce back game because they had that game won. They better not let the Denver Nuggets do to them what the Denver Nuggets did to the Lakers, where the Lakers gonna win the first 3 quarters and then lose the quarter that matters the most. Well, we gonna see. Let's see how the Clippers respond. But ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys like this video. Thank you guys for tuning into another episode. For us, thank you for tuning into another episode. Make sure you guys like this video. Make sure you guys share this video, share this channel. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. Man, let's get to it, man.